Okay. Uh, Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Saਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਆਦਾਬ, namaskar. Uh, this is our first call where we will have all the members who have been joining, be it on the advisory board, be it on the development board, to the journey which just got started. So the journey of Guru Nanak Dev Global University, I wanted to kind of share with you all how it got started. So that's very important. Har ek cheez we have to figure is where the idea germinated. So in Navi Mumbai, Roar for Change has been hosting International Better Learning and Teaching Conference. Our second conference was hosted on February 10th and 11th of this year. So it is only about 4 months ago, the conference was hosted. And the idea came during that conference is it's about time we should have our own university in Canada or USA. So within 4 months, when I look back, the progress that we have made, in fact, today is the 17th. The conference finished on the 13th and 15th. The report was published of the conference. It's exactly about 4 months when we started this journey. And when I look back, it is an amazing work that everybody has kind of contributed towards this. And I'm going to use my slides. So because we need to kind of respect the time, we will go through, this is the agenda. Founding members will welcome everybody. Then we will talk about the vision and mission, talk about the branding elements, how we are thinking. We have created teams. These are initial teams that we have created. We will look for your inputs on this. Then we'll talk about the World Punjabi Convention that's we're going to be hosting next year. We'll talk about the Semiconductor Research and Development Center Park that we have initiated and what is our focus. So with this, I would like to request Dr. Shivinder Singh Gill, who is the founding member for the university, to give his views.
Myself.
Thank you, Brijesh. Thank you. First of all, Brijesh, thank you for arranging this meeting. My dear members, I welcome you all in this meeting. This is our first meeting. I think we will be meeting regularly. Brijesh has already told you how this idea came. I am in education for last 10 years and we are contributing whatever we could do in our postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences, Chandigarh. This is a second best institute in the country after All India Institute, as our senior members have already pointed, and our people trained from PGI and all, they're welcomed over the world and they're world leaders. Not only they're contributing in the medical education. Our medical system of India is one of the best in the world. When the people think of that, how we are doing, so this is due to All India Institute, Medical College, Patiala, Amritsar, Lucknow, all these people have contributed. So idea is how you can produce the men of quality. That was the aim. When we, myself and Baldeep, we met many times. And that was the idea that why we should not start a university in Canada or US. So idea came out that when we discussed that it is easy to start a university in America, then North America, then in Canada. That was view of most of the people who advised us. My dear friends, today I was reading a book my son gave me, Indian Summer. This is a secret history of the end of an empire. That is England Empire in India. So when I was reading how it started, at that time, India was most developed country in the world and England was very poor country at that time. But they dropped an idea that why we should not have an East India Company, which should go and do business in India. That was a small idea and small thinking, and they came to India And that idea ultimately with big empire in India, that is the small. So, my dear friends, when we are thinking of it, starting an education university in a very developed country from India, it is a great idea. And we think there are many difficulties, many difficulties. Perhaps people tell us that there will be difficulties. We are more scared of the difficulties. But I think we can succeed in this if we get the support as we are getting till today. And, and as the great people that who can advise us and can join us and make it a success. We have no hesitation that it is a successful idea and somebody has to succeed. At least somebody has to try. And if we try and we can skill our people in India and especially in Punjab and around the area, when I talk about Punjab, I am taking our Punjab, our Haryana, our Himachal, our J&K, and even part of Rajasthan. This is our area, and these people must be trained, must be given skills so that can beat the world. This is our idea, and we need your help, all of you, to make it a success. Thank you, Dr. Baljit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's progress. When you start any journey, you have to kind of define the vision and mission that you're after. So we kind of carved out a vision and mission for us. So vision statement, I will state it: to be a global leader in education, research, and positive social impact. So in fact, when we drafted this first, we just had and social impact. Great inputs came from all the folks that are part of this journey. They all suggested that, we are under the umbrella. If you look at thinking of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, it's always been positive. So having a positive word before the social impact changes the whole meaning of the statement. So to be a global leader in education, research, and positive social impact. Our mission. So when we are, again, I'll give you my inputs. People may disagree, people may agree, but all the disagreement inputs are taken. So we crafted a mission statement. A lot of folks came out and said that we during our mission statement should not have very high goals which we cannot achieve. With experience, I can tell you, if you do not have goal, you will not have a goal post to look towards. So having a goal is very important in any journey. So with that keeping in mind, we drafted a mission statement to provide a world-class education and promote excellence in research, innovation, and holistic development with a strong focus on practical knowledge. So practical knowledge was also a focus word, while nurturing the values, compassion, equality, and social responsibility based on Guru Nanak Dev's teaching. And our aim is to position Guru Nanak Dev Global University among the top 200 academic universities. Now, this 200 is a tall journey that we have to achieve, but without having a mission of this 200 and telling the world that is our mission, nobody is going to assist us to enable that mission. So top 200 academic is our journey in the global ranking, upholding the principles of Guru Nanak Dev and preparing students to become enlightened global is an important word, citizens, and who are actively contributing to the society. So this is the mission that we are going after. So after the mission, we took one step further, is how can we be different? We don't want to be just a Me Too university in America or anywhere else. We have to be different. because there is enough universities, there are enough options. So how can we be different? The next game is we need to define our mission goals. So we kind of started, when we started crafting this, we looked at how we can craft the goals. So we identified 17 goals. In fact, 17 goals are also part of UNESCO SDG goals, which are Sustainable Development Goals UNESCO has. They have goals like hunger and poverty are separate goals for them, but we combine that together. So these are 17 goals that we have identified for us. And in fact, I can say proudly, we are the first university to map our mission goals with UNESCO 17 SDG goals. Having this statement worldwide makes us number one already, that we are a university that is mapping the goals what the world requires. UNESCO is a worldly organization. Now we have done one step further. Is if you go, this is the website that we are building. In our mission and vision, we have taken a step further. In each of those goals, we have linked key eradicating extreme poverty and hunger. It is aligned to UNESCO goal number 1, no poverty, and goal number 2, zero hunger. So this is how we have linked on our web page also. Our goal, which is promoting universal education and access to quality education, is linked to UNESCO goal number 3, good health and well-being and quality education. So this way we have mapped each goal of ours to UNESCO goals. So fostering gender equality and women empowerment is to goal number 5. Ensuring sustainable water management and sanitation is goal number 6. 7 is about energy and clean technology. Fostering sustainable economic growth and decent work is 7 and 8 of UNESCO. And so on. You can see this on our website. We took one step further also. On the website itself, you will be able to see our 2035 targets. Now, what we have done is we have identified how we will get to those goals also. We have taken one step further, defining exactly what we need to do to achieve these goals. I can assure you that if we achieve even 50% of these goals that we have defined by 2035, we will automatically become among the top 200 universities in the world. So I studied about close to 100 universities' goals and how they get to this ranking. And based upon that, we have come upon this. So all this is available on the website. I would request each one of you to go and look at it. And this is under about and vision and mission. In the bottom of the page, we have defined all the goals. So just let me go back. I'm going to pause here. Let's take about 5 minutes to see if anybody has any input, suggestions on this part of the presentation.
This is Sanjay here. Baljiji, first of all, thanks for coordinating a great event. You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So it's a great initiative, especially in today's environment, where education is forte and the strength of the future of this generation. So I think this initiative is absolutely well-timed. Just one comment on the mission statement, very well thought out. If you can come back to page 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everything is just perfect. The only observation I had was, our focus is to go ahead and, as you mentioned, bring or take this initiative of this university in helping come up with all the agenda that you have set up in our vision. But the only observation is that we should not strive to have a number. I mean, the top 200 university, today the top universities are shying away from the rankings. So our focus should be education. Our focus should be initiatives. Our focus should be, innovation and technology, bringing up, and this obviously the positive is a very powerful word, positive social impact. But I think we should probably, as a founding university, shy away from ranking. Let the ranking tell itself as we progress, because if we look at, oh, we need to be top 1, top 2, top 10, top 5, we are basically diverting our attention from the agenda that we are setting out in going forward. That's just my observation.
No, good inputs. Good inputs.
Hey, Balji, this is Krish.
Yeah, Krish.
Yeah. So 2 observations. Could you make it in a presentation mode? It's much more readable.
Okay, hold on. Let me see how. Yeah. I will see it.
In the bottom row, you can put it in the presentation mode, like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So one comment and observation.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like the word enlightened global citizens because every university gives a degree, right? But what we see is the shallowness of moral values. That's pretty good. That's very good. In one of the 17 goals, I think we could replace one word like decent work to dignified work, right? For example, right?
Mhm.
I think it's the next slide or so.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's my comment. Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. Excellent. I will. Anybody else?
Yes, please. Thank you very much for considering me as one of the advisor.
Haji sir, go ahead.
Good afternoon. I am Surinder Singh speaking from Karnal, India, right? Haryana. Now I shall go back to 1965 for a minute, that when the country was starving for the food, our country was such a shortage in the production of the wheat especially, and I have seen the students of 6th, 7th, 8th class, parents were making them in a long queue just for 10 kg of wheat. Now our PAU and other scientists with multidisciplinary approach now we are saying that we are able to contribute to the country and export the food items everywhere in the world. So multidisciplinary approach will be guiding factor for all of us to produce anything in the field of the specialization of the academic field. Now, our aim is here, I have gone through some of the factors associated with your mission. I have seen that there, and these are good, no doubt. But as far as the multidisciplinary approach is there, that is very good idea, what you have given there. I am having some experience in almost all fields of specialization, including medical and genetics and breeding, chemistry, biochemistry, and other fields of specialization, even economics and management. So my idea is that when you are considering the education and make them in such a field of specialization that one can gain everything in your own field of specialization in the university. He has not to go anywhere else. So my idea here is the aim and objectives and the mission of your proposed university are very nicely worded. So I think we shall be able to produce each kind of student from your own field and make them world famous in all fields. Thank you.
No, thank you, sir. I think the word multidiscipline approach, I love it, and we will kind of inculcate that into our statements. So I
May
think
I-
if there is anybody else, I would suggest is if you can message your inputs, because we have limited
Okay.
time. I would like to
Okay.
keep moving. You can, I'll make all this available. There'll be a video recording that'll be available. So feel free to reach out and give your inputs for the journey. Next is, we have been putting a lot of effort and thought process on the branding of the university. So anything like our journey in our life, branding of the university is also very important. So Vivek Bogra from Chandigarh, his team, he owns a branding company. He has been very instrumental in designing all this. So the logo, the thought process, what words to use, how to place them is all part of this design. So logo has been finalized. This is the logo. We are going to start using it. It has both lot of thought process has been gone in. In fact, I put in the group the elements of all the logo design. I will not go into that right now. And how the wordings are placed is all part of that document that's available. We will also make that available on our website. As a next step in the branding, we are working on the branding guidelines. How the colors could be used. So these guidelines could be given to anybody who's going to make t-shirts for us or any kind of items that rather than explaining, it is all part of a document.
Baljit ji,
Anji.
if you can please add, change the log to logo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. This is just on the PowerPoint. Good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next, I will come into focus areas and themes. Now, as I'm proud to say that we are more than 60 members right now, 60 plus members that all are coming together, giving their advice to either me or Dr. Gill. We are taking inputs from everybody. But moving forward, it is important that we put our energy into focused areas. So we have created a momentum. So what we did is we have identified 5 focus areas. And in this focus areas, we have identified people who could contribute to this journey. Now, I want to make sure that you understand this is our thought process based upon your profile. And you might see some of you are in different teams. You are part of more than one team. So by no means, this cannot be changed. This is just a suggestion for moving forward journey for next 1 year. If you want to be part of, if you are part of collaboration and funding and you think you are better fit in other focus area, please send me a message. So I'm going to go over each one of the teams and whatever focus is moving forward now. So let's talk about collaboration. First is collaboration and funding. Funding is very critical. So what we are trying to do right now, this is just a draft. I'm going to just see if I can put this in big screen. So what we have done here is try to identify the money, and at the end of the day, every donor or any endowment that we look from a corporate or individual, they are all looking what they will get out of this journey. So we have created 6 different recognition levels. Shraddha, Seva, Ananda, Shakti, Sankalpna, Jeevan, Sanchay. Now, these are just initial words that came to our thought process, and we are looking at how to finalize this. And we have put some amounts also. And what these recognitions are going to be part of a person giving that amount. So up to $10,000, they will be part of, their name will be published on our website. 10 to 100,000, they will be on our website. Plus, they will get free lectures, events, tickets for that. Next is 100,000 to 500, they will get top 2. Plus, a name of a scholarship will be assigned to that family. The next level, 1 million, a foundation brick is there. 2 million, along with the foundation brick, a space in the university will be there. 3 million gets everything along with a department chair to them. So this is still in discussion. I will make these available to you guys. I will not get into a discussion for this right now because this could be a lengthy discussion. I will share this thought process with you guys. I'm looking for 2 inputs on this. Number 1 are the names that we have identified. What is a unique name that we can use for each level? Second is the amount that we have allocated for each level. Is that the right? And third is the recognition. So because these are the 3 elements that we are looking for your feedback. Next is, let's go next. Right now, we have identified these folks that are being part of the funding and financing team. If you look at it, Amandeep Singh, he's based out of Dallas. He's going to focus how to finance our journey. Ekta Dang, Gurpreet Kaur, Jatinder Singh Gill, Manpreet Kaur, Prabjot Singh, Sanjeet Singh Dang, Sanjeev Shelley, Urmeet Juneja. These are all part of collaboration and financing and funding team. Now, again, these are just the initial names that are coming forward to support. But if you want to be part of it and you can add value. So funding is what we're looking. Number 2 is we are looking for inputs on how to build partnerships or identify right institutions for global and government bodies that we should partner. So for example, we are reaching out to UNESCO very soon once we kind of clean up our vision and mission so that we have an endorsement from them. So any of these global bodies, if you think, now these are 9 people that we have identified in collaboration and funding. It doesn't mean that the people that are not on this list not thinking about it. So I would request everybody should be thinking how we can achieve this goal. Now let's go further. Next major item is curriculum development. So what we did was we kind of identified 3 different, or I think 5 different areas, which I'll go over. One bucket is engineering. In this, Ajay Mittal, Daljit Singh, Jatinder Singh Bal, Madan Lal Sadana, S.K. Mehta ji, Sanjay Minocha, these are all part of engineering. So as we are taking a stab to the engineering department, we need to kind of request these people. The next is film production and arts. Arts is a bigger umbrella, which also has music. Gavi Chahal, Gurpreet Kugi, Gurpreet Kaur, Javed Jafri, Jirnail Singh, Paramjeet Singh Katu, Rakesh Bedi, Siddharth, Sukhwinder Singh Tanjil. So these are the folks that we are looking for inputs on film production and arts. Then comes, I have a spelling mistake here. It should be food sciences. So Narpinder Singh, Surendra Singh, we are looking into food sciences, your inputs on that. Then is health sciences, Harbans Lal, Harmesh Kumar, Manpreet Kaur, these are for health sciences. Now, language and history, Ajab Singh Chattha, Amarjyoti Mangat, Daljit Chattha, Kavinder Chand, Kuldeep Singh, Shohinder Bir Singh. So these are in language and history. Leadership, Arun Bajpai, Nav Kiran Singh, Ranu Gupta, these are looking into how we can create a curriculum that is around leadership. Online platform is Narinder Buddhi Raja, Ranbir Singh, Sudeep Sandhu. Then looking at new age sectors and departments, Anil Kapoor, Krish Mani, Sanjeet Singh Dang, Santosh Kurnik. This is for space, solar, and semiconductor. sports, Pargat Singh, Prabjot Singh, sustainability, Alfred Arbam, and Prakash Tiwari. So these we have defined for curriculum. So my first step is I would suggest everybody to kind of think, did we put your name in the right focus area? If you like to be part of the another focus area in the curriculum department, that is fine. And if you want to contribute to more than one, is also fine. It all depends upon your time and effort that you want to put in this journey. Now, what I would suggest is let's spend 5 minutes getting inputs on the curriculum part, because this is the next big area that we need to focus. The two folks that came out and gave very good inputs. Anilji is here. Paramjit Kattu is not able to join, but I will give his input right now. And then Anilji, why don't you give your input after that? One of the key things that Paramjit Kattu suggested that is we should identify. So each department, we could have some, let's say, 10 courses that are a must, a compulsory for every student to take. Then it is electives. So Anilji, you want to give your inputs? Anil Kapoorji, you're on mute. So while he's coming, any suggestions, inputs from anybody?
Can I interrupt, Baljit ji?
Anji, please go ahead, sir.
Dr. Daljit Singh here. On
Anji,
curriculum, I have a couple of suggestions.
Anji, sir.
One is, as already pointed out, interdisciplinary curriculum is very important. Most of the things in West research comes out at the interface of two disciplines. For example, chemical engineering departments in more than half the universities in USA have today been rechristened as chemical and biomolecular engineering departments. It's the interface of chemical engineering and biology. The study of biological molecules by the application of chemical engineering principles. Similarly, when we talk of health sciences, it's becoming more and more of computational sciences. Drug discovery is heavily dependent on high-speed computation to accelerate and speed up the process. So what I'd suggest is create a few centers of excellence in interdisciplinary areas which are well-defined and which have a huge scope. Artificial intelligence will have a greater role in the development of your curriculum. The second suggestion is that there are two approaches to curriculum development that I see. In India, as we call it, the syllabus, it's a very precise and rigidly defined structure, which means the teacher or instructor is bound by the specific definitions or provisions of the syllabus. That says syllabus doesn't get revised very often, then you are not in touch with the latest realities. If you look at US universities, for example, at Berkeley, where I did my PhD, the syllabus is barely 2 lines. The rest of it is left to the instructor or the faculty member. And generally, they are teaching at the cutting edge of research. The latest developments are incorporated by the faculty member. So you don't have to revise the syllabus every year to be in touch with the latest thinking. We have to choose which method we want to use. For the structured syllabus in India, AICTE already has defined much of the syllabus for engineering courses. This will need to be revised in the light of the new education policy. As I was mentioning earlier, our syllabus was designed to produce good technocrats. We produce engineers who are capable of doing what they are told to do in the manner they are told to do, and they do it very effectively. We need technocrats, critical thinkers, who can define what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. That requires a different kind of syllabus, a different kind of approach. Most US universities follow that approach. I'll take one example. If I have it, it'll take a few minutes. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. For example, when I did my PhD at the University of California in Berkeley, they divide the PhD dissertation in not one, but two components, two dissertations. The first one, the traditional one, I have a research guide. He guides me what to do, what not to do, and how to do it. Good effort. And how to analyze your results. You produce very good research work. But the fear was that people who do their PhD get tied to their PhD problem. In fact, they said you get married to your PhD problem and rest of your life you're only tinkering with the research you did in your young age. So they had a second dissertation. In this, the problem was not defined by the university. The student had to define the problem, he had to define the approach, and the only condition the university imposed was it should be entirely unrelated to your first dissertation. The research guide was replaced by an advisor who can only ask you questions but not guide you. This was the training in thinking critically, driving those questions, finding the solutions, and doing your research in that new area. The idea was if you worked on two different areas and you defined the opportunities yourself in any area, then every 10 years when a new area emerges and you see the opportunities, you will have no reluctance in jumping to the new area. This is something I emphasized at a lecture delivered at Cambridge more than 2 decades ago. The lecture was called The 3 A's of Technical Education. What I emphasized was that what we need to do in a good curriculum is to train in 3 A's, that is the ability to acquire, assimilate, and apply knowledge. So if we are really looking at a university with global standards, it is this ability which we need to generate, and our curriculum has to reflect that. So we must train our students with the ability to acquire, assimilate, and apply knowledge, because the knowledge we give them today, even if we give them the latest cutting edge knowledge, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, it will have become obsolete. But if you've trained the student well, then 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, he's still in touch with the latest knowledge and is acquiring that knowledge. So we may look at these thoughts, and personally, I would suggest that if you are looking at a global university, I would prefer that we look at the syllabus or the curriculum of the greater universities. As you said, if you want to be in the top 200, maybe ranking is not important, but that quality is important. Let's look at MIT, let's look at Berkeley, let's look at Stanford, and then see how we can integrate. We may not produce an MIT or a Stanford or a Berkeley graduate in the first few years, but we can target to be there. After all, 2 of these top universities, MIT, Stanford, Harvard, they're all private universities set up by people like you. And we should target to be there in the areas which are ahead of them. We should look at curriculum from that point of view, not just producing graduates, but producing critical thinkers. And we'll be glad to help wherever we can, but look at the idea of centers of excellence in multidisciplinary areas, because most areas that we think of today, whether it's nanotechnology, molecular biology, chemical biology, health sciences, they are even artificial intelligence, they are at the interface of 2 or 3 traditional streams, and not just projecting one stream as we've known it for the last few decades. So all the best, but I'm glad you are working on it and doing a very good job. My congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else wants to give inputs on this?
Yeah, one quick.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
Anilji, up.
Okay, no, Dr. Baljit, you told me to put in my thoughts. Firstly, I totally endorse what Dr. Diljit has just said. In fact, from the same thought process that he has, I hold a similar view. And therefore, to give a little credence to the whole big picture of the curriculum, I thought we should divide it into 3 very clear-cut streams. Because today education is more about self-learning and self-development, and creating a platform for the same, and creating a, if I may say, a mindset for the same, where I feel very responsible at all points in time to upgrade myself. And if as an institution we can inculcate that kind of a mindset in our students, I think we would have achieved what all we have been talking about since the last couple of minutes. So I would say that first thing is that we should have a curriculum of compulsory subjects. Compulsory means that leadership, design thinking, ethics, morals, values, sanskars, and we can list out some of these things and articulate them into, depending on the course. Now, if it's an engineering course, which is 4 years, we look at 4 semesters where you must choose one different compulsory subject to get into the idea of self-development. I mean, self-development is something that has to be the cornerstone of future education. And I think we could be the first one. I've been with IITs, I've been with a number of institutions. I've not seen somewhere where self-learning is being perpetuated as a need. My daughter, she just passed out from Harvard. In fact, as of now, I'm sitting in Boston. And that is where I found a lot of self-learning happening. And we can devise ways. Dr. Daljit has talked of some very brilliant ways in which he did it in Berkeley as a PhD scholar. I think there are a large number of ways of doing it. So one is compulsory subjects. The second is core subjects. And the third is electives. I think if we were to break our complete learning experience into these 3 categories, we will create future professionals who have the skills that goes with their thinking or their temperament or their liking. And that is one end. The other is they have also acquired the knowledge to be able to create the necessary impact in whichever area they want to. So I feel that if we were to break our syllabi and the teams that you put together, if we can start thinking in those lines, we may be able to come up with something which is absolutely futuristic. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Chris, you had something to say?
Oh, yeah. Daljitji and Anilji, they covered quite a bit. One of them made a comment that great things happen when 2 sciences or 2 technology interfaces, right, happen. You got the new, discipline. For example, when I was at IIT Kharagpur, in agriculture engineering, they had something called post-harvest technology. Everybody used to laugh at it. What do you do after post-harvest, right? So that's where most of the grains used to get wasted, right? So something like intersection of disciplines bring about new and ethical perspective is very important. Being an entrepreneur, I've seen many accomplished IITians, Ivy League people getting trapped in amoral practices. Okay, ethics is very important. Anilji brought it up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. So
That's
I would suggest is to move on. Any other inputs? Please message me or you can email me. But let's continue because time is of essence here. I think, but all the inputs that we have received, I would suggest, I love the idea that we define the center of excellence first. So that would be our first exercise, that let's define our center of excellence. So I would suggest that next 1 month, let's not even dive deep what is after that. Let's define the center of excellence. So each group that we have defined, let's only look at as a task of center of excellence. What 2 are going to be combined together? Daljit gave good examples of chemical and bioengineering, for example. So those are center of excellence. So let's define for next month just center of excellence. Once we have that right, everything else will fall into place. So moving forward is, let's go here. The other team is land and construction. I will not dive deep into this, but just to give you a heads up, we have already started identifying 20 acres of land in Dallas, Fort Worth area. Folks that are assisting in this is Prakash Patel, Ram Nabar, Hardesh Garg, Jayant Malik, and Puneet Nanda. In fact, next month when we all get together, we will present you the different options that we are right now receiving and what is the money required. So we'll take step by step. We are not in a hurry. We want to make things right and in a right way. Let's go further. Okay. Now we have few folks that we have assigned in public relations. You know, we are all going to be part of public relations, because I would request everybody, as you meet people, as you talk to people, you're all being part of a spokesperson for Guru Nanak Dev Global University. But these are the folks that we are assigning. Ajaib Singh Chattha, Amarjeet Tillon, Gurbakh Singh, Jatinder Singh Sohel, Kamal Sharma, Kavinder Chand, Rajiv Kumar, Ravinder Singh Sohel, Ranjit Singh, Santokh Singh Sandhu, Sardul Singh, Satpal Singh Siara, and Vikramjit Singh. Requesting each one of you guys to be spoken about what we can do, how we can collaborate with folks outside. Let's go further. We are, every journey requires to tell the world where we are and where we want to be. So we are proud to announce that we will have a Pulse journal starting next month, July. Pulse is an acronym we formed, promoting understanding and learning through shared experiences. And this is the logo for the magazine. People who are contributing as the editorial team, Anil Kumarji is leading, Anil Kapoorji is leading, apologies, as the chief editor of this magazine. Along with him, myself, Alfred, Amarjyoti ji, Paramjeet Singh Kattu, Kavinder Chand, and Vivek Bogra are part of this team. But it is open to everybody to contribute to being part as an author. So in fact, I have sent messages to so many people. Everybody is ready to contribute with their papers. But it is the responsibility of this team under the leadership of Anil Kapoorji to kind of make sure that we are just not writing, but writing with meaning that will bring change as we move forward. This is the cover that has been already to a degree done. In fact, the logo elements are going to come. So this is just the initial design of the journal. It will have ISSN. Also, we have applied for the ISN for the journal for the monthly. Next, we have also defined our focus for next 6 issues. Our first issue is going to focus on mental wellness. The second issue in August is going to be uniting for equality. Third in September, sustainable cities. 4th in October, water. November, green energy. December, resilient features. So this is all, again, if you look at it, we are tying it to our mission goals, which are all UNESCO sustainable development goals. So each one of this is focusing on one of our goals. We identified 12, but I'm just listing out our journey till December right now. Anil Kapoorji, you want to say something on this? You're on mute, I think. Sanjay. We can't hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I think it's a great thought to start a magazine. What was coming to my mind while you were speaking was 2 things. One is, since we have a theme now in mind and we can refine the theme further, maybe in that month, we could actually conduct a webinar on that theme. and what, or maybe a month prior, we could conduct the webinar so that the key inputs from the webinar could actually find place in that magazine. That was one thought that was coming to mind. And second was, since we are making it thematic, if we could also identify some subject matter expert who actually could put together the articles and evaluate them, so that what we put into the magazine adds value to everybody. So these were two thoughts which were coming to mind. I thought I'll just quickly share it with you.
No, excellent. I think this is very good. And we will, excellent ideas. We will start with the webinars and also add SMEs to each one of these focus areas as we're coming out with magazines. Anybody else has any inputs? I'll just take one more person with any inputs on this.
All looks very good, nice selection. I only suggest that the Pulse should contain at least one section on Guru Nanak Dev Global University News, because it should also be, it should also project what is being done at the university and have one section somewhere around the end, maybe, to highlight whatever is being done during the preceding month.
Excellent input, sir. Definitely, we will add a section. And in fact, what we were discussing is we could also, that becomes our mouthpiece of all the members that we are joining. So anybody who joins the team, we will talk about them also. So I think your point is very valid that we should have a separate section all by itself, showcasing the journey that we are taking.
Precisely.
Good. Thank you, sir. I'll move on. Next is World Punjabi Convention. We are going to be hosting our World Punjabi Convention on June next year. When you go on our website, when we launched this, we originally gave dates of June 21, 22, and 23. We reached out to several gurdwaras locally. They all suggested, and Amarjeet Singh Dhillon, who is one of the key spokesperson with the radio channel here, they all suggested that let's not do it on Sunday, which is 23rd. It'll clash with the activities, religious activities that are happening all across, be it any Hindu temple or gurdwara. So we are going to change this on the website by tomorrow, but the new dates are 20, 21, and 22 next year. And our focus is twofold. One is we're going to launch our university in the online mode. So all our curriculum online mode of learning will be launched on the 20th of June, that is Thursday. And second is land groundbreaking ceremony is our target. So these two things is what our target by next year. So all is achievable with your support. What we intended to do on Thursday is the opening ceremony and the groundbreaking ceremony, followed by langar at Euless Gurdwara, which is closer. We'll request them. Then break, and then all the delegates that are coming internationally, be it Canada, UK, across US also, and India, we are planning a Dallas tour for them. Agenda for the next 2 days, which is Friday, we'll have the inauguration, celebrating art, culture, heritage as a session 1, session 2, empowering youth for global success, session 3, strengthening identity and community integration. Then each day we'll host with cultural program and dinner, because we'll have a lot of delegates which are out of state. It'll be hosted like in a very professional conference, which several of you are aware how we conduct these in India. Day 3, which is Saturday, June 22, session 4 will be entrepreneurship and innovation. 5 is promoting language and culture in digital age. 6 is preserving Sikh history and Punjabi language. And then every conference, like we do, a summary and an action plan, followed with the final dinner and culture program. So this is the agenda. I want to quickly also update everybody what we are doing under semiconductor umbrella. It's a great opportunity to be a leader with a vision that we can enable not only in US. So we started with our vision building the university in US, but now Guru Nanak Dev Global University will be the first to also have a semiconductor research and development park. This is also part of a semicon program of India that we are applying to build a world-class R&D center that will focus on materials, instrumentation, and testing. We are currently in discussions with 3 states. Our focus is primarily around these 3 states to open this: Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh. We are getting a lot of support from large corporates and also states. So you will hear more on this. It's a very large undertaking, but I believe given our expertise and passion, this is all possible.
Whatever we can do.
Mr. Baljit, can I come in for a minute only?
Sure.
Just two thoughts which come to mind. First is that since we are looking at this mission semiconductor, which is definitely quite futuristic. I mean, it actually covers past, present, and future, because semiconductor is where the future lies. The second is mission quantum technologies. That's yet another big game changer in the future. It's going to change. I mean, all of us today who are if I may say, Gen X, the previous gen of 60s and thereabouts, have seen times without mobile, without we would just get to hear the news either on the radio or in the newspaper next day. The digital technology has actually changed the way. Today you can't think anything without a Google map. You can't think anything without an email. You can't think without WhatsApp. I mean, that has become part of life. Quantum is the next jump which is going to happen. So maybe if we can target this, it may be well worth an effort to look at it. So that was one thought on technology. The second is you gave us the program of the World Punjabi Convention. It's been on my mind, but I thought I'll share it with you in this audience. Is that 27 November 22 happens to be Guru Nanak Dev birthday this year, which is a Monday. Can we do some mega event around this date, which is a good precursor for all our activities to happen thereafter till we reach the month of June? What was on mind was, even if we can, if we have identified, even if we can do the foundation stone laying with a select group that is possible, it may be a good way of giving a kickstart to Guru Nanak Dev University, a global university, on the birthday of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. I just thought it came to mind. I thought I'll love to share it with.
I think this is a great. Why don't we take an undertaking? November, between now and November, we could do it online to start the online portion of the university. I think that is more achievable than the foundation stone.
Yeah, why not do that?
And since it's going to be online, it could be a global online webinar with the inauguration of the online university.
That's a great one. I think we could focus on that.
Good, excellent, great inputs. I will continue further. But in fact, that's the last part.
Can I just take a moment on the semiconductor complex?
Hanji sir, boliye.
You've identified Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal. I believe one of the major constraints in developing a large R&D park is land. I don't know who you are talking with, but one place where land would be available and maybe worth a pursuit is around the new Jewar airport, which is coming up in UP. You may examine with the UP government if you can get a parcel of land allotted by the government, not purchased, on the Noida Jewar highway. This is going to be a very strong center of commercial activity, The Jewar Airport is probably going to be competing with the Indira Gandhi Airport in New Delhi within the next 10 years. And establishing a park there early may put you in a very strong position. Just explore it along with the other three. And maybe if you get good land and good incentives, it may be worth looking at.
No, definitely. Thank you. That's a valuable input. In fact, this is the end. I would like to get inputs from everybody, whoever wants to speak up now, before we conclude. So maybe we can go one after the other. We'll start off with, I'm going to go through the list here. Anil Kapoorji, any final concluding remarks,
No.
suggestions?
I think it's brilliant now. Since we are going to start now, say with the online, could we also target our students? Who are our target students? Who are the target faculty to put this together? Because that would be very important, since I'll be very frank, I do not want to associate religion with university. Actually, we should be fairly agnostic of it. And while the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev are quite universal, I mean, every religion practices the same teachings. That's something that was on my mind again to share very honestly with this August gathering. And therefore, we need to focus on our target audience, target faculty, and get organized to launch, even if it is a couple of things. I mean, we should not launch very many. We can just launch 2 or 3 very futuristic start points on 27 November with if I may say, a waiting list of students and a waiting list of faculty who will be guiding this endeavor. So that is one input. Otherwise, in any case, we'll continue to engage now and hereafter. Thank you. Thank you. It was great. It was very useful. This meeting was very useful.
Thank you. Diljit Singh ji, sir, you want to give your closing?
First of all, my congratulations. It's a very, very good initiative. I agree on November 22, but I think instead of starting the online courses, November 22 should be the day when you formally announce the establishment of the Guru Nanak Dev University. And thereafter, introducing courses and seeking students should be preceded by some amount of brand building. Between November 22 and June, as per your original plan, there should be a strong effort on brand building. You can ask your brand building team, but we can all help out in some way. When the name becomes known, the students are looking forward to joining this university rather than us having to pursue them. And start your online courses as planned, as scheduled in June, but announce it on Guru Nanak Dev's birth anniversary, and then start a campaign towards building the brand.
Excellent.
Let's make sure that when we invite students and faculty, they've already heard of the Guru Nanak Dev Global University and would be interested in joining in whatever capacity we invite them. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Amarjyoti Mangarji.
And greetings to all, sir. I appreciate your work because I believe beginning time is half done. So I congratulate you all. And I do agree, whatever all the speakers have suggested, excellent initiative. Salute to all of you. From my side, I will do myself best. Wherever you need my help, I want to learn a lot from yours experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris Paniji.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the great initiative, which is based on ethics and making good global citizens and the multidisciplinary approach and all that. Having worked in Indian semiconductor industry, especially in semiconductor complex Chandigarh, like 6+ years, I'm kind of very enthusiastic about making India get to the semiconductor line and sustain it for the next 20-25 years.
Okay. Excellent, Chris. Sanjay Minocha ji. Okay, let's go further. Surinder Singh ji.
I have listened to all the discussion very carefully and found that all the matters which I have discussed were very exhaustive, and I wish that we should be able to complete all the achievements within a framework of time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ranjit Singh ji. Okay. Ajab Singh Chattha ji. Okay. Dr. Gill Saab, you want to conclude? Sir, ਤੁਸੀਂ unmute करो.
Hello.
Haji, now we can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Baljit ji, very good suggestions that come from all the participants. And now it is our duty. First of all, our task is now operative part. How to put all these sessions into our plan. My idea is, what are the easy things which can be done that should be immediately implement. That is about pulse and all those things. We can immediately implement and all those things. And second thing, what are the little difficult problems? We must start our efforts as we are already doing. And third is special efforts for very difficult tasks. One of them is money. Money will come, take time. So all these are my suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I think everybody has spoken. Ranjit Singh ji, are you still? Tusi bol sakde ho? I think he's having some audio problems. Okay. So we will make this a monthly call where we would like to take your inputs. As a next step, I will summarize all the inputs and circulate it. The video will be available for everybody. The next call, it's going to be every third Saturday of the month. So the next call is on 15th of July, 8 p.m. India time and 10:30 New York time. So I again would heartfully thank all the folks that have joined and also who were unable to join but have been supporting in many ways. So thankful to everybody. Our mission is large and look forward for support and contributions from everybody. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Baljit.
Everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, 10 काम नहीं